Hope everybody's doing well today. The one playing in the background currently is CoffeeZilla. I don't really have that many Halloween videos, sadly. After CoffeeZilla will probably be a Croatoan, and then we'll go from there. But I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, this one's CoffeeZilla. He needs no introduction. The next one is Milo Rossi, and he is the Mini Minute Man, and he does history-related videos. But alrighty, y'all. And to the building we go. And personally, just personally here, I think if you're a millionaire, and I do mean that, if you're in any kind of millionaire capacity, you shouldn't be allowed to promote gambling of any kind. You don't count as a gambler. If you could throw down 4 car payments and not sweat it, sir, you're not gambling like the rest of us are. Ditto to any of these friggin' pigs that, I think that's insulting to swine, but any of these assholes that get paid to gamble, I genuinely don't like them. Mostly because y'all, gambling's not, it's a rush. I understand the people that fall victim to it, but as far as, like, it's not something to be, I don't know the word here, it's not something to be idolized. It's not a talent. It's just, it's literally, you got lucky. And again, if you're an adult, ignore me. This doesn't fucking matter. You're an adult. You make your own life decisions. My problem is we aren't protecting our children at all. And with loot boxes, loot crates, drop boxes, and the like, yeah, kids fully understand gambling. When I was a kid, I had to be taught how to do blackjack and poker and spades, and I had to be taught the concept of gambling. Kids these days, shit, y'all learn this shit early, huh? And for the record, I'm not gonna knock your friendly neighborhood knucklebones player, or playing spades at the family gathering, or a poker night with pals. My problem is none of these things seem to happen anymore. It's let's go online to the online casino. Let's play whatever app we got. And it's, guys, isn't it just sad to you? I mean, I don't get it. Maybe it's me. Because I also realize how delicate I need to step with my current topic, because a lot of people fall victim to this. And I'm not trying to ha-ha idiots, because no, you are the victim of a predatory organization. If it was just, you know, back in the day, 2 folks sitting next to a fight, or 2 folks sitting next to some folks working, shit, y'all have fun. That's a weird form of bonding for some folks. And it typically isn't. You're not going to ruin your life betting on if that construction worker is going to drop that item or not. You're not going to ruin everything betting a quarter or a dollar. But you could very well ruin your life if you, oopsie, I hit the 500 rather than the $5 on one of these gambling apps. But that also goes down to, like, again, it sickens me. I guess it's how some people feel about alcohol, weed, and other things. I don't get bothered by consumables that people do. I get bothered by psychological shit they do. Because I feel that, unlike consumables, it has a longer and further whatever of effect. Goober on up on the couch with me. Alright, come here then. Yeah, it's a happy holiday for the goober too. We're gonna have to make up some pet candy for y'all today, ain't we? Yes, he's a good goober. He's a cute goober. What's my cute goober want? But I mean, it's like esports. I love the concept. I hate the fact that the only thing esports is like 4 different games that are cornering the market and aren't really that good a game in my opinion. I think that it should be much more like back in the day when you had social circles and the games are completely random. Or much like a tournament setup, it's like conventions and shit with Soul Calibur or Smash Brothers. You announce the game and then people play it, you know? I'm just sad that I never see Metal Gear Solid competitions. I'm sad that none of the games that I enjoy playing multiplayer are tournament getters. Then again, admittedly, I haven't, and I need to just, once I get the camera hooked up eventually, get on Soul Calibur on the versus mode, and then crochet something while I wait to get matched with somebody.
Which has gold coin and stake cash. One Redditor explained how the loophole really works. Quote, one stake cash is one USD. They only use gold coins because they need to say that you aren't gambling with real money to stay open in the US. Except, of course, you are actually gambling with real money. They just have a virtual currency workaround, which basically everyone has figured out. Some casinos are just kind of more honest about it than others. Cheddar's basically saying the quiet part out loud. They're going after 18 to 21-year-olds with TikTok, Tinder, sports betting at the case of slots. And by the way, people are betting on their success. They're actually in a cohort of startups invested in by a Silicon Valley investment firm called A16Z. But if you think that's a bad idea, now let's talk about banks in gambling. I recently made a video on...
See, there are certain organizations that just shouldn't be able. Banks should not be allowed to they should not be allowed to do betting. They should be allowed to, like, do protection plans, shit like that. Sure, why not? Do they want to make a quicker way to do gambling? Sure, why not? That's a bank. But not, hey, want to gamble? Come on down to your Bank of America and throw down some money at this. No. Pressing sign of the times.
Sports betting prediction markets to their app. In the announcement, the vice president of Robinhood claimed sports betting was a quote no-brainer as we aim to make Robinhood a one-stop shop.
Looks like we finally got the sun up again.
AKA, we noticed people were leaving the other app. We don't like that. We'd like you to never leave our app. And ironically, the very next day, FanDuel, the sports betting app, announced they were bringing stock market betting to their country. But I will ask you about what's so-called the
See, I'm sort of getting vapor locked on what to do at the moment is all, y'all. Oh, wait, let's see what I can do there. We'll continue working on the top, and we will. I can dump the snow off at the bank. Snow bank over there. And maybe we can get a little bit more mining done. Put another road out. And yeah, y'all, the server's up. Well, not server. I don't have those options yet. But the game itself, the Minecraft world, is multiplayer now. If you're a friend, you can play with me here. I currently have friendly fire turned off because I know some of you sadistic motherfuckers, and this is the furthest I've ever been as far as hardcore mode survival days goes. So it's like, you know, don't want nobody friendly firing me now. But if anyone wants to get on, it doesn't have to be a solo build. We had one person who sort of snuck on beforehand. They got a tiny house built up there. And just, you know, friendly build stuff.
stock trader equivalent of red or black at the casino.
Do I have? I do not.
Or losses on a single day. But if the stock market is America's casino, then meme coins are basically the back alley bookies will break your legs. Bigger price swings, faster action. Meme coins are even more degenerate than meme stocks and pump and dump usually within a single day. Among the people who trade these, pump.fund is the leading.
We'll make that a red tower and we'll keep building this out. That seems like a way to build a road.
No value in it other than the expectation that someone might be more bullish than you and buy at a higher price than you did. And of course, pump.fund is happy to take its cut and make most of the money. Most traders will lose, but now you can also get a cut if you're a content creator.
Okay, that kind of looks like a village or something up there. I'm curious to what it is. So we're going to build a road to it. As well as, you know, possibly a secondary deep mine. I think another small problem is the something for nothing mentality. People want money and power and security and all these things for nothing, and it's like, you gotta give something, man. I mean, friendliness, camaraderie, work, art, you gotta give something, you know? That's why meme coins kind of all gonna be garbage, because it's AI generated slop built around a coin that you're trying to pander on a market that's never going to exist. Not because you think you can crash and tank the economy because you're trying to build something. No, just because you want your token to make it further. No, it's... I don't know, y'all. It also doesn't help that I lack the gambling thing. I mean... blame Pokemon, I guess. I played the Pokemon Casino, I learned how to gamble there, and I just never got it. I mean, I won, I lost, I did what I had to do, but it was always a frustrating part of the game. Ditto to, not Gold, was it GoldenEye? It wasn't GoldenEye, it was the game after that, because it was on a disc, not a cartridge. But for one part of it, you had to play blackjack, and you had to... it was part of the game. You had to beat the computer. And again, include it if you want to include it, especially if your game has a casino. But it's like, forcing it seems dumb. But then again, look who's talking. I love the game Knucklebones from Cult of the Lamb. I could easily do like a 5-hour stream of just building up cult loyalty and playing Knucklebones. I don't know why. Rolling the dice and getting the numbers in order and playing either aggressively or passively makes the brain computer go burr. But for some reason I can't get anyone to roll dice. But if I put a fucking slot machine in every... Again, I don't mean to be mean, it's just a level of laziness. Because again, poker, you have to know what suits equal what goes to what, and what beats what. Blackjack, you have to be able to do math, and if you really want to be good at it, you gotta be able to count cards with variables. Any of the collectible card games. It's like, strategy is involved. Yeah, you gotta buy the stuff, like knights of old with their armor, or like people buying their video game shit, you gotta buy the stuff, but it's still skill-based. Whereas slot machines, there's no skill. I've had people try to teach me the slots. There's no skill. It's just pull lever, dink, 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 win. Dink, 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 no win. Dink, 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 no win. And then it becomes a math problem. The machine will pay out after so many wins. It's not a good thing to do, but basically the only way to win at a slot machine is to watch other people play. Once it pays out, figure out what the formula is, and then watch the other people feed the machine until time to check it. It's mechanic. It's not there's no chance. There's no skill to it. It's just pull lever, pull lever, pull lever. Hey, it paid out. Move on to a different machine. Because it's not going to pay out twice. Basic stuff. But being in the South, especially in Georgia, literally every gas station you go to, there's a game corner. Y'all, I hate them so much. Because again, throw an arcade in every one, you will still make money, just not nearly as much. No one wants to play ye old Street Fighter. Everyone wants to play stupid fucking Ding Ding Pig Farm machine, or Ding Ding Aztec Gold machine, or Gold Rush machine. I don't get it. Well, it gives me money. But does it? It's the thrill of the game. But is it? It's like, I'd say this game is thrilling. Maybe not like white-knuckle grip thrilling like Saints Row, Spider-Man, or any of the ones that'll send the console fighting is. But thrilling in the sense of, what will I find next? Hey, do you have a problem with heights? Stuff like that. Like I said, I don't mean to be judgy, and I'm not, in no way am I trying to get on to people who actually are addicted to this shit. Because I see why the addiction happens. It's something for nothing. It's what everyone wants. It's just, the likelihood you're going to get it is very slim, and the likelihood you're going to get fucked is very likely. I mean, it's like, how do I put it? I'm trying to think of what the other Temu was before Temu, because it's all cheap shit, but they made it gambling, so people want to play now. And hell, Temu came pre-installed on my phone. I had to go in and manually uninstall that fucker.
Yeah, the irony of all of this is the same people who condemn illegal betting going on are simultaneously pushing the sports books, which creates competition. At some point, ESPN actually noticed it. We even spot the moment they try to fix the sports book ad in the corner. You hear a lot about legal sports gambling on this show. The Bussin' Boys, obviously sports gambling is a huge part of what we do, so we put those all out there as a preamble because it might be in the back of people's minds, and we acknowledge that this is a different time and place. However, there is a fine line, not so fine. There is a bold line that obviously has to be drawn. Well, that's a little awkward. You're actually supposed to remove the ad for sports betting before talking about sports rigging. And honestly, we've only hit the tip of the iceberg here because we've since learned these professional leagues are useless at catching this stuff. Turns out the NBA already investigated Terry Rozier before the FBI indicted him for that exact game, and they cleared him because the NBA commissioner said there was insufficient evidence. Ultimately concluded that there was insufficient evidence despite that aberrational behavior to move forward. Right. So even with aberrational activity, they had the right game, the right guy, and the NBA couldn't find enough evidence. I mean, the more money that goes into sports betting, the more this will be a problem. And the leagues are clearly not equipped to handle it. But people just look the other way because the money's too good. And I want to now address the size of the betting market. They're absolutely enormous in ways most people don't understand. And to get our heads around it, we can look at some surveys. One study estimates that 22% of all Americans and almost half of men my age have an online sports betting account. Another estimates that 1 in 4 people have placed a bet on sports, and 1 in 5 placed a bet in the last year. Like with all surveys, there's margins of error here, but the data mostly agrees. Sports betting is very widespread and extremely popular among young men. And for the ones who get addicted, it's financially devastating. One recent study looked at American finances before and after sports betting was legalized by the state. They found that bankruptcy rates rise approximately 10% after legalization. Another paper looked at financial stability, noting that for households that do
I'm not going to say it again. I've said it 3 times. Comedy says law 3.
and the study found that for every dollar someone deposits for betting, there's a reduction in net investment of just under $1. As people gamble more, they invest less, which means their financial future is worse. Makes sense. But this is especially true of problem gamblers or gambling addicts. To be clear, this is not something that affects all gamblers. Roughly 1% of the world population suffers from this. It's more common among why problem gambling has one of the highest suicide rates of any substance addiction. Full stop.
Oh yeah. Again, it's because you get so far down the hole, and the hole you've dug yourself in, you can't get out of without a win. And if you ain't gonna win, well, you don't want your legs broken, do you, friend? So you take the swifter, in your mind, gentler option. Whether that be bottle, knife, or whatever. It's depressing. And it didn't have to be this way. But, like everything, capitalism ruins everything. That's the real scary thing for this Halloween, kids. The system we find ourselves in is going to eat you after it destroys your entire soul. After it takes everything you enjoy and monetizes it. After it makes everything that you've ever loved a paywall. Then, when you have nothing left to live for, it'll come for you as it comes for your hope. It's a never-ending hunger, friends. A real zombie. And no matter how high you push yourself, no matter what you ingest or imbibe, no matter how hard you try, no matter how far you push to ignore the zombie shambling at your door, capitalism is ever hungry. And you're never really safe from it. You're always just buying one more day, one more day. When will your days come that you can't afford one more day? And then that beast that you nourish takes everything from you. Like I said, it's Halloween. Let's be a little spooky about it. Crap. Boop. And I just, as I said, I wouldn't do it. If the casino came to me and offered me $400,000, no. Because y'all, that's the thing that upsets me so much about this fucking zombie that's gonna eat us all eventually. You know how you stop it, friends? Not by yourself alone. You just get overlooked and eventually crushed. You stop it by saying no. And again, I don't care if it's saying, oh, well, I'll give you blank amount of... No. No amount of money you could give me would be worth my soul. I mean, it's like my rival on here, I suppose. If he got on here, well, if I gave you my farm and a pet raccoon and all of my deep-fried Twinkies, I still wouldn't be his friend. It's because of fundamentally what he stands for, his hateful rhetoric. We gotta have principles, y'all. That's the only way to stop the decay of our societies. And make no mistake, it is decaying. It's just not in a... No race is to blame. No ethnicity is to blame. We, friends, we are to blame. Capitalism is to blame. The idea that it's okay to sell out that person because I'm getting my piece. That's how we got here. God damn this fence. There we go. See what I mean? Oh, if they pay me $100 million, fuck it, I'll do whatever they want. I'll tell them it's the parents' problem. At that point, that tells me you're part of the problem. Because again, you want to know what it would take to sell me on stopping this cause? You couldn't. I've sat there. Everyone's got a price, right? My honor apparently is not worth selling. It's what's lost me every job eventually when push comes to shove. It's what will eventually cost me everything. I have principles, and this world does not do well when people have principles. It confuses and upsets them because they take it as you saying they don't. And it's not that I'm saying they don't have principles. I'm just saying that, what are they? And if your principles are for sale, are they principles or are they just guidelines? That's it. Meh. Happy Halloween, happy Samhain, everyone. May you have a wonderful evening, and may your devil's night, if it ever is, if that's even a thing anymore, may it have been a tranquil and fun affair. I think we might have more of a devil's night in America if not everyone and their brother were armed and bloodthirsty. Yeah, I'm just saying, you don't want to egg a house knowing the homeowner might come outside and gun you down. You don't want to toilet paper a tree when the toilet paper costs $5 a roll. You know, we're going through a recession, so I doubt Devil's Night was anything more than tranquil. Good thing, I guess. And fuck Kevin Hart. I hate Kevin Hart so much. Like, I don't dislike his comedy. I dislike him. It's the grossness of it. Does that make sense? Because, yeah, there are people that sell out, but he pushes his whole thing on, man, our community needs, like, intelligence and financial literacy and all that. And then he's going to get off and bark on fucking, come on and bet with me at Uncle Happy's fucking casino. Fuck you, Kevin Hart, you fucking sellout bitch. You are the world's smallest comedian and the world's smallest man. That got a little spicier than I intended it to, but fuck him, you know? Fuck all these rich assholes like him, too. Oh, I'm here for the community. Yeah, bullshit. You're here for money, you nasty half-pint motherfucker. And y'all, you can be a short king. We got plenty of short kings out there. But Chris Hart's just a sawed-off little piece of shit. Kevin Hart, sorry, don't know about Chris Hart. I mean, it's like everybody says, well, just don't break the law, asshole. Yeah, but you can break the law for any multitude of things. I mean, I learned that one time when I was traveling from Illinois to Georgia on foot. Because as I'm walking, I realized, oh, my phone/map's about to run out of power. I saw a little country store that was closed for the day. So, you know, fuck it. I sit down, I plug my phone up, their power's on, so I start siphoning some power into my phone battery. I'm about, 22, a child by American standards. And I didn't realize what I was doing. Well, for too long, I had 3 people staring me in the face because, hey, why are you stealing our power? I'm charging my phone, friend. And if I hadn't had the money to buy a soda, there would have probably been a real problem there. I'll be right back, baby boy. I'm going to grab a drink while I'm at this. But I mean, damn it, ow, fuck. Tiny ass kitchen. Okay, so I can do is bebopping my fucking head from the door to the damn fridge again. There we go. And I will also say when it comes to drug commercials, Joe, you sell out slabby piece of shit, brah, dude, brah. You know where they don't have that problem, brah, dude, you know where they don't have that problem? Places where they don't have, like, you know, private fucking, like, medical shit, man. Like places with, like, universal health care. The drug companies, like they have to sell the drugs to the doctors. To where, like, airheaded, dipshit fucking dude bros can't, like, you know, like, upsell the shit out some, like, I don't know, like, ivermectin. And, dude, like, brah, dude, brah. I hate Joe Rogan. If you love Joe Rogan, how does it feel to have an advanced head injury? Like, he was famous for fucking Fear Factor, which was basically how strong a stomach you got for $1 million. It's... Y'all, why do we hero worship some of these people? Like... Mini Minute Man, Milo Rossi's right there, an educator. Professor Dave, who's been on the internet forever, trying to be a science educator and teacher. LeVar Burton is right the fuck there. A man who's gave his... well, he's still alive. But a man who's given his career to educating and teaching people the beauty and wonder and true fulfillment you can get from reading. Man, fuck them. That's all woke gay shit. Nah, give me that Joe Rogan. I want the meathead who drinks solid fucking, like, pickle juice all the time and teaches me to do push-ups. I wonder why America went off the rails. Again, LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow. Read a book, folks. I beg of you. Give up on the meat-headed dude bro dipshittery. Give up on the let's get rich quick shit, because I feel like a bunch of people watched Ed, Edd and Eddy and took away the wrong message. Ed, Edd and Eddy, the Eds were the bad guys. That they weren't meant to be ooh, I want to be like Ed and Double D and Dumbass Ed. No, it was supposed to be a warning tale about, hey y'all, if all you care about is getting the money, or the candy, the jawbreaker in this case, then you won't have friends and no one will like you. And if you watch the episodes, that's kind of how every single episode ended. Well, I want to have a love interest with Gaz. Okay, well, instead, I think Gaz was the girl's name. I might be confusing my invaders in here. But, okay, instead of trying to scam Gaz out of her hard-earned money, or creeping on her, how about be a nice guy? I mean, Kevin, I think that was also his name, the red-headed one with the bike and the skateboard and the sports guy. He was not a nice guy, but he also was the sports guy. It's like Double D, smart guy. And when he focused solely on his intellect and all that, he had a few episodes with the Demon Features. But Eddie was a piece of shit, y'all. Yeah, he was a piece of shit because his brother. That still doesn't change the fact that Eddie was a piece of shit. I don't understand this. It's like with the Joker. And, y'all, hardcore Team Mayor Joker here. Best mayor Gotham's ever had. I love Mayor Joker. I like the Harley Quinn plotline's Joker. But that being said, y'all, every other plotline of the Joker is not something to be woohooed. It's a yeah nah, not a hell yeah. I don't know. Like I said, if you get entertainment out of it and you're just looking at it for entertainment, who the fuck am I to yuck your yum? Enjoy it. My problem is how many incel dude bros could have been saved if somebody had just sat down and went, well, Heath Ledger's Joker had the right idea, because we are just a... Shut the fuck up. Heath Ledger's Joker was a goddamn heroin addict. I'm not saying that Heath Ledger didn't do a phenomenal job on that Joker. I love that Joker. But he wasn't a role model. He was a heroin addict off his edge. He just wanted to... He was the epitome of chaos. Just wanting to watch the world burn to get his fix. It's... And when I say he was a heroin addict, I'm not disparaging addicts. It's... Everyone has hope, y'all. It's... that was the attitude he was supposed to have, except instead of heroin, his fix was chaos. Whatever he had to do to get that fixed, to see that fire start, that's what the Joker was. And again, neat. And I was also in that camp of, man, when I was a kid I liked Batman, but growing up the Joker made more. No, stop it. Stop it. He doesn't make more sense because that's fucking stupid. He was meant to be the foil to Batman. And personally, I think Heath Ledger, much as may his soul rest whatever, I like his Joker, but I think that we deserve the Jared Leto Joker. The awkward, disgusting, mailing used fucking toys and condoms to people, the awkward, incel, gross, ew Joker that was Jared Leto's Joker. I want that, as much as I'm Team Mayor Joker, and I love Mayor Joker, I want that to be the Joker just so we can break this weird incel culture that made the Joker into a fucking icon. Because again, I like him, I like the Joker, I like the chaos. But we need more of the haha Joker and less of the edgelord Joker. Because remember, the Joker was originally surfing Batman. The Joker's big thing wasn't ha 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 ha. It was, hey Batman, I'm gonna get you to fucking laugh, asshole. He did silly shit. His heists were entirely cartoony at times. Because he wasn't about the heist, he was about the chaos created. I mean, honestly, Mayor Joker isn't a good representation of OG Joker either, just because Mayor Joker's controlled. He's already had his sanity restored once. Mayor Joker's tempered by the fact that he loves his wife and he loves his adopted children. Mayor Joker is not that same unhinged agent of chaos, but he's better. Like I said, y'all, and again, I get being a teen as well. Your brain isn't fully developed yet. You're still playing on the whole live or die, everything or nothing, and trust, you'll grow out of it. We have to, as my grandmother would say, pick our battles. It's why, and again, maybe it's because Pokemon and I can do math, y'all. When it comes to gambling, the reason I don't gamble, you will inevitably lose, yes? So if I gamble, and it's not a fun way to do it, it's math, I play whatever game it is, scratch off whatever, I write off what money's there as a write-off, I'm throwing this money away, I'm burning it, and then everything I win, I keep half, and I put it into something. Not, hey, once I run out of this half, I'm putting, no. That half goes somewhere else. Food for friends. A new gadget. Books. That money that I won is earmarked, so it ain't gonna go back into the whatever. And then I play till I run out, which inevitably I will always run out, because that's how gambling fucking works. As it's a lot of the gambling addictions I feel could be broken if people were just completely honest. Because and we were honest and kind of mean with people. Because again, if you're watching sports for the fun of sports, and so you've held the same position and not peed and not gotten a new drink because, well, last time I did this and held my mouth just this way, the team made a point down. Cool. You're doing it for fun and superstition, fine. But if you're doing it because, well, man, I got $400 riding on this game. Why do you have a paycheck more or less riding on a game? What is wrong with you? And that's why I don't, get to go out much. But then again, also, I mean, the first pay-per-view fighting event I purchased was a group purchase while working at Steel City Marine Transport. Don't know if I'm allowed to share it, but it's years ago now, so who fucking cares? Most of these workers probably ain't there no more. But it was downtime, we were doing nothing wrong, no gambling, but all the guys got together, and even Miss Myra, I want to say, put in a little bit, and we bought some big fight for the MMA that was going on. It was a big fight for the time. And it was literally, and I didn't pay much. I'm not, oh, damn them. No, no, no. It's, we all put like $3 in the pot so we could pay for it. We got the boat's TV hooked up to where it would pick up the signal because it was satellite, because we're on a boat. We can't have just a cord. And as I went and got drinks for everybody, because everybody was set down, Ben had, I want to say it was Big Ben who had made the popcorn, might have been Todd, but somebody had made popcorn. I was going to grab drinks, and in the time I went to get the drinks and come back, main match had already been done. Dude got knocked the fuck out. It was like, damn. Well, that was a waste of $3. I'm glad I didn't pay 10 to watch it. But yeah, it was, we watched the replay, we watched some shit, and it was it. It was fun. The camaraderie was fun. But I don't understand the game. I don't understand. Oh, well, I got this much money all at once. Cool, do you know that if you put money into a CD, it's not nearly as woohoo, but you give them, say, 500, come back in about 6 years, and then they give you 1,500. Woohoo, money! And I didn't even have to risk shit to do that, other than to have the money that I didn't have to touch. Do that instead of gambling. That seems like a much more fun alternative. Seems like you get a lot more out of that than throwing money into a machine. And I constantly hear, oh, but I mean, okay, y'all, a lot of the officially gas stations, you can't win money at their machines, because that would be gambling. But you can win store credit. So a lot of these companies, under the table, let you just win cash out the register. Even for those, I don't get it, because their machines are set. It's an algorithm. You lose 50 times, then you win once. Then someone else will pay it $51 before it pays out $10. Store makes 40, gamblers make 10. Why would you buy into it? Because it's fun. Hey, buddy, I got this water balloon here. And we had these back when I was a kid. I'm putting it in this plastic container. It's gonna play Monkey Chase the Wii. I don't know what the fucking song's officially called, but y'all, everyone knows the song. And when it hits that titular point, this device is gonna pop the water balloon, and someone's gonna get soaked with some semi-pressurized water. Isn't that just as much fun? Jesus Christ, I don't understand gambling, y'all. It's like fucking, I don't know. Like I said, I feel a lot like I'm attacking gamblers here, and I'm really not trying to, because I feel bad for them. It's like I feel bad for most incels, because there, but for the grace of self-control and self-realization, go I. And yeah, y'all, it's easy. Well, just go get therapy. Yeah, but when you're looking at $50, $60 a session, and that's assuming you can get in with that initial, like, buy-in price, therapy ain't easy here in the U.S. And going through a recession, depression, well, you gotta do it. I mean, yeah, you can say that, but you gotta drink water. You gotta eat food that's got nutrients in it, not just McDonald's. Look at the president, for example, of what I mean. But you don't gotta get therapy. Therapy is one of those things that'll just help you and everyone around you. It's like getting an education. It's like learning a second or third language. I mean, would it help? Most definitely. Everyone should do it. But got to? I mean, it's really more one of those things that it benefits those around you and you. But much like being smart versus being stupid, a stupid person never feels the pain or the shame of their own condition. It's always those around them that feel it. And I mean, think about that one for a minute, because it is true. And it's not, oh, well, then just be stupid. Be empty-headed. No. Your goal should not be making the lives of those around you harder. It should be quite the opposite, making it easier. But I mean, y'all, if you expect the system to be fixed, good luck. It's capitalism's made to be a bottom-feeding system. It's the catfish. It's the cockroach of systems. It's why every place right now, and I do mean every place, go out and check it out if you don't believe me. Every factory, every corner store, every restaurant, everybody is hiring. And yet nobody will take a single new hire. Why? Well, because they basically keep your application for a month, and if anyone quits, poof, you're called immediately. Like an ever-waiting force. I mean, it's why capitalism can thrive even when no one else is. You want to know how you stop that? I put in an application at your establishment like 3 months ago. Why are you calling me now? Well, we just got around to it. Lose it then. Bye. Because unless they're offering you, like, fuck-off money, like $40 an hour money, yeah, you're cute, honey. What? I put in that app 3 months ago. Where was you 3 months ago when you was supposedly needing help? But then again, hell, I've been told several times talking to workers at places, man, we could really use a hand. And I grabbed the help wanted sign. I'm here to help. Okay, well, here, fill this out. Okay, filled it out. Okay, well, once the hiring manager gets in 2 weeks, we'll give you a call then, maybe. How about if you need help, hire people because you need fucking help? I am so very tired of this system of capitalism. And here's the thing, most managers, yeah, they would hire you on the spot. But they're not the ones who get to run it anymore because the corporations decided to make a new job. So that someone that doesn't have to go in the stores, doesn't have to monitor things, doesn't have to do anything, can basically sit on their computer in their pajamas and get paid the same amount as a manager. You're not getting paid more for this job. You're not getting paid less either. But you basically get to look through all these applications and yep. Oh, wait, this one's got a felony. Nope. Yep. Okay. My job's done. I'm going to go buy a boba coffee. But you only have to do that like once every 6 days. And yeah, this job's out there. It's called a hiring manager. Not every store that has a hiring manager has their hiring manager in. It's the same thing as I really should have the day that I had to deal with HR. Much as I ain't got a real problem with Miss Tammy, I should have dragged that process out longer. Because, yeah, it was, I ain't gonna lie, I got amusement. Well, now I'm gonna be late for the meeting over in this. Well, that's part of the job, isn't it? What'd you expect? For me to just sit here and okey doke let you fire me for all this made up bullshit? Nah. We're gonna trim that down. And now if I should try to get rehired at your establishment, you'll say that the only reason I was fired was for having a podcast. Because that's the only that's the only thing they could fire me for. Nothing I said or did went against any of the company policies, except for the fact that I had a semi-political podcast. And part of being a Martin's employee is you don't have a political opinion. You make biscuits. Your brain is as empty and shapeless as a biscuit. Don't like it? Well, that's the company you work for. They're calling you a brainless idiot. They tell you to be a brainless idiot, too, because if you have an opinion, sorry, champ, no you don't. Not while working there, you don't. That's the thing, y'all. She was late for her next meeting, and I'd do it again. I will do it again the next time I get fired and have one of their HR parasites come through. It's because y'all, push. It's literally the least and only thing you have to do to make the system just a little bit better. Is, hey, this doesn't seem right. I'm gonna be a bit of a pain in the... Did I win? Nah. Was she late for her next meeting, though? Bet. It's, like I said, y'all, it's the little shit. When it comes to fighting the big systems, You gotta take the little shit as wins, because you're not gonna beat the big system in one go. It was designed to be unbreakable. Like I said, y'all.
Anyway, where was I? I'm not boring you, right? This is okay? I'm not teaching yet? Well, topical of me giving you them apples there is that one of the theories for what happened to the last in Roanoke is that it was destroyed by either famine or disease. You see, in the early days of colonialism, famine and disease played a huge role in the survival or failure of the settlement. Both ships and the colonies that they settled were horribly unsanitary. People were crammed in close proximity with one another and animals, along with human and animal waste, rotting food, and bad water, all of which are the perfect breeding ground for diseases, as well as a limited diet causing nutritional issues like scurvy. Once ashore, the situation only slightly improved, as settlers now had to adapt their farming techniques to these unfamiliar lands or risk starvation. To illustrate how dire the situation was, the Plymouth colony in Massachusetts, which was ultimately successful, walked the razor's edge. 102 passengers made the original crossing on the Mayflower, and while conditions on the ship were grim, there was only one death on the passage. But the Pilgrims had the misfortune of landing at Cape Cod in November, and that first
Well, I'm getting tired of having this heavy headset on my head, so I'm going to go ahead and cut to the end of the Mini-Minute Man bit here. Please go check out his video on Croatoan, the lost colony of America. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it to the end. They moved out to the island nearby, the island of Croatoan, with the natives there. And how can we tell? Because of something called iron slag, which is the byproduct. One moment, I'm cutting like several hours out of his presentation here. But basically, where the Pilgrims, for lack of a better term, where the people at Roanoke moved to the Croatoan Island on the outskirts with the Croatoan natives, that was Lady Grey, using my kneecap as a pivot point to jump from one point of the couch to the other edge to climb to the counter, or to climb to the bookshelf. I love our little three-legged cat, but damn does she hurt when she claws in. Either way. The Croatoan natives left because dude left to go see England, the mayor of the town, left for England, and then didn't come back for 3 years. In that time, the colonists, who probably had some degree of heat from the Spanish in Florida coming up, decided to move out. They deconstructed the entire town, and in 3 years, when dude came back from England, he found no sign of anyone, and the town had been completely deconstructed down to its foundations. Mystery. Well, in modern times, and with several researchers looking into it, because people are just curious, we don't like it when people vanish, we figured it out, or at least most of it. There's a thing called iron slag, which is basically when iron workers, blacksmiths and the like, are working with iron, hitting the anvil and shaping the iron, little flakes and bits fall off and onto the shop floor. These get swept out and sometimes repurposed in the modern age, but most of the time back in the olden days they were just swept outside. A good thing for them, because that means that we can tell that the people from Roanoke moved to the Croatoan Island, at least for a decent period of time, because we found buckets and buckets and buckets of these. Thank you very much for the new follow, Bala Tereska, I think. I need to adjust this screen, or I need to grab my glasses. But thank you very much for the new follow. I hope I am entertaining for you. But basically, we found buckets and buckets of this iron slag, which proved that somebody, and the Croatoan natives, did not work with iron. We found rifles, bullets, muskets, and things like that, because Croatoan natives, as well as several of the people in that area, this was before the Mayflower by a little bit, but several of them would trade for ammunition, they would trade for various things that the colonists had, and so it wouldn't be unheard of to find in a mitten, I think is what it's called, but a Native American disposal mound where you throw shit that don't just degrade, your trash, your pottery, your broken bits. It wouldn't be uncommon to, in the middle of that, find an iron spoon, or a tiny knife, or because they traded with a Viking, or they traded with a whatever. But to find iron slag means somebody built a forge and worked the bellows there. And that, at that time period, was a very Englishman thing to do. Now again, is this, well, that's the end of the mystery. Dust it off, we're done, boys, plant it. No. There are lots more to unlock. Where did they go from there? How long were they there? I mean, we found buckets of this slag, which, years, but where did they go from there? Did the Croatoans and these Roanoke founders have a tie-in? We don't know. That's the fun part. That's where history, and why you need to check out Milo's video, because that's where history will take us further now. But what happened to Roanoke? They moved to Croatoan. And again, either due to the fact that Roanoke was in a bayou-esque area where bad water, bad buildings, whether it was just due to the fact that the Croatoans and the Roanoke people had a working relationship, so much like when you have a working relationship with a neighbor, you might allow them to crash at your place while they're doing renovation. You know, it's fun having spooky mysteries, but isn't it also fun knowing what really happened? It's like the curse of Centralia, Pennsylvania. That's not a curse, y'all. Here's a hot tip. If you live next to a constantly smoking trash heap, that's not good for your health. It's not a curse, it's just unhealthy. For the record, if you don't know, Centralia, Pennsylvania is a place where they had a mining town. Mining town burnt out because they mined all the coal in the area, and then the mayor, due to whatever lapse in judgment at the time, decided to allow the trash companies to stuff the mines with trash. When the trash became full and fully loaded, what did they do? Did they seal the mines and say, well, that's it, we're a trash heap town now? No. They decided to go with the very fortuitous idea of burning the trash. They did this back in, I would say check the date because I'm definitely off on this, but they did this back in the early to mid 1900s, and the fire's still going. At this point, the population of Centralia is in the tens, because you can't buy property. The property there is basically condemned. But if you owned a home there during the incident and you and your children lived there, hey, we're not going to kick you off your land either. What are you, native? Nah. But yeah, y'all, there's tons of ghost stories around, y'all. Why believe in the supernatural when there's so many horrifying things happening right next to you? And there's no demon to blame. Just another human. Just another ape that put on pants and truthfully doesn't care what happens to you or your loved ones. And that's the real scary thing. Because demons have their reasons. Angels and demons and monsters and wendigos and, ooh, scary they have their reasons. They're trying to eat you. That they're trying to take something from. That they have a purpose. For humans, well, friends, cruelty is the purpose. And that should scare you even more than any monster in any book. Because again, the Wendigo's eating you because it has a hunger that can never be sated. The capitalist is taking your home and killing your family because they really like having more money than they could ever spend in 5 lifetimes. Just saying, friends, of the beasts and the critters, what could be scarier than the capitalist? The vampire drinks your blood because without your blood they die. The capitalist drains your bank account for fun. Like I said, y'all, be safe out there this Halloween. Also remember that unless somebody does it as a gaffe, nobody has ever poisoned Halloween candy. That was one incident that happened one time in the 1970s, and it was one parent who killed his kid using, I want to say anthrax, but I'm probably wrong. It might have been strychnine. He made the poison, he put it in a pixie stick, and he poisoned his kid and a neighbor's kid. And they caught him. I do believe the kids died, so sad face, teardrop, rip to the 1970s unnamed boys. But, yeah, he was imprisoned and probably died in prison. And ever since then, every news, it's probably on right now, check your kids' Halloween candy. Y'all, that's just parent tax. And for the record, I'm not saying don't tax your kids' candy. Hey, y'all, that's also part of the tradition. You go in, you sort the candy with the kids, y'all talk about the fun things you saw. It's part of the tradition, y'all. Don't do it because, oh, there's some psychopath that put razor blades in the candy. No one's doing that. Razors are expensive, and that's stupid. Well, somebody gave my kid THC candy. No, they didn't. That shit is so expensive, no one's going to get your kid high for fun. They put fentanyl in it. Yeah, because, I mean, if I get your kid hooked on my hardcore drugs, they're going to bring me their allowance every day, and I can support myself with that. Y'all, nobody's coming after your kids. Again, unless somebody does it as a gaffe, because we've talked about it every fucking year since that one 1970s case, possibly Maine, because it's always Maine. But yeah, it's... nobody's poisoning the candy. Do sit down with your kids after y'all have your trick-or-treat fun and talk about the night. Talk about the decorations you saw. If you didn't do the abortion abomination that is trunk-or-treat, talk about the fun memories you made and the walk. Talk about the weather and how spooky it was. Share a ghost story on the trail to getting candy, you know. Have fun, y'all. It's a holiday. And yes, it's truly, we have some unspeakable heavy shit going on. Yep, that's happening. It's going to be happening tomorrow, too. So I ask you very nicely, if I can, without demeaning anyone's suffering, go and enjoy yourselves. And remember, y'all, ice is not a good Halloween costume. If you see ice agents, throw tomatoes at them. They're disgusting humans. Outside of that, have a blast, y'all. Have fun. It's a holiday. We should be having some fun in this dystopian hellscape we built for ourselves, cobbled together from rich asshole dreams and poor people's blood, sweat, and tears. But knowing that I'm not going to get a better sign-off than that, y'all be good, have a safe holiday. I'll be back a little bit later after this stream to do like a forest or some kind of spooky game. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. I might just do the Murder Circus playthrough and do a bunch of those today. I don't know yet. But we'll do something for fun, y'all. And I do hope you have some fun out there. Just do remember, stay safe. It looks like it's going to be in the 40s tonight in New Harley, Georgia at least. So bundle up, kids and my ladies and gentlemen that are wearing the... Yeah, no, you know what costume you're wearing if I'm going to be saying bundle up. But bundle up. No one wants to be sick tomorrow. Kids, if you're... I don't know what kids are wearing these days for costumes. I almost said, you're spawning superhero outfits. Make sure you're wearing sweats with them, not just the spandex that came with them. But truthfully, I don't know. If you're dressed as a Five Nights at Freddy's character, you're probably going to be safe under all that fur. Either way, be safe, stay warm, stick together, buddy system, y'all. And remember, nobody's going to try to poison your kid's candy, but there might be a serial killer lurking out there, so do work on the buddy system. Love y'all, and I'm unplugging the mic. We're going to keep going for a little bit, though. Got a few videos left in the playlist. I got dry mouth, and I'm getting tired of yapping at y'all. So, if anyone comes in and wants me to continue yapping, feel free to throw a tip down or just be like, hey, yapper, yap some more. But either way, y'all be good. Talk to you later. Bye for now. Love y'all. How's it going, Juan? Hope you're doing good. Took a minute to find the headset again. Alright, I have a plan for this. I just have to get back up here without opening up my defenses too much. I am not. I am from the worst speaking English country, America. I was just finishing up listening to Mini Minuteman's cover of the America's Atlantis, Croatoan. More than likely what happened was they integrated with the native population. Hello, Football Quiz, how you doing? But more than likely what happened with the Croatoan people is they integrated with the Native American population. We just don't hear about it in history as much because at the time we were an English colony, not an American one. And, you know, monsters, savages, we have to keep them being them. So, it became a thing. Then in the 1980s, when capitalism moved in with the whole, ooh, we can sell this as a ghost story, it became much more dug in. All the way so much that rather than just accept that two groups of people more than likely get along in a harsh situation, it was aliens. No, y'all, it was, well, man, I'm gonna summarize what he said there for you. But more or less what it was the representative from England, the magistrate of the county, went back to England, got stopped by the Spanish War, took him 3 years to come back, and when he came back, all the people he had left just abandoned on an island said, nah, I think we'll move in with the natives. Again, he had been gone for 3 years. But what he... Take any group of people, give them an established leader, and then just have the leader leave on the only means of coming back they got. And then have them come back in 3 years. I'm betting the people won't just be sitting there sitting on their hands. But again, it's just an in-depth problem that America has with racism that goes way, way, way back. And we have to recognize it so we can upend that script. But yeah. Happy Halloween to all, though. And I hope everyone's going to have a fun, spooky, candy-filled evening. And I hope everyone stays safe out there. If you're taking your kids trick-or-treating, or you are in fact a kid going trick-or-treating, wear a fun, spooky outfit, but wear something that's visible via, like, lights and all that. And, you know, have fun with it, y'all. It's a holiday. Hopefully we find a way to have spooky good fun today. But I'm gonna go mute there for a little bit and keep building. If y'all want to watch, I more than appreciate y'all watching the build. It's been 208 days and we've got a shaft that goes down pretty far and a pretty well established food source. I would go outside, but it is dark. And we just slowly been building. Alright, y'all. Enjoy the show, and I thank y'all for coming on out. If y'all can tell me how to find that, I will happily share that information with you. But as far as I know, I'm on the PlayStation.
And I was wrong, and I looked like an idiot. Don't worry, guys. I really did my research on this one. I am 100% sure that Paul Blart rides a Segway, and he is also a police officer. However, probably the worst thing that happened to the Segway is the original owner selling the company to a new owner who then immediately died by riding it off a cliff.
Intentionally? There was an article. Give me a second. I do not have my glasses.
Then immediately died by riding it off a cliff.
Okay, it just says that he... What?
He was apparently an amazing guy, donated millions and millions and millions to charity. His name was Jimmy Kesselman.
That's real sad. I can't make fun of that then. But... what the hell? Why did he ride it off the cliff? Did he not see the cliff? Now I'm confused. I mean, y'all, I live in Georgia. There's a couple places here that if you ain't paying attention, you can ride right off a cliff. But, hello, Mad Money Mitch. How are you doing?
People said the Segway was going to be so big and popular that people wouldn't need to use cars anymore for short distances, and it was going to change the way cities were designed. When it first released, the inventor...
I mean, I'd ride a Segway if it were safe, but it can't keep up with traffic, and people worry me enough.
Not good mythical morning. Good Morning America. He went on Good Morning America and said this.
Sort of like putting on a pair of magic sneakers. You stand on this Segway HT.
It honestly looks a lot more like you just have your own mobile sidewalk. Which I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking the Segway. It could be nice, but I'm just saying it wouldn't work in my town. You'd get wrecked on our sidewalks alone.
I think that's false advertisement. I would much rather have a hair tentacle that I can connect to creatures. It sounds really weird when I say it out loud, but just ignore it if you haven't seen that at all. Thank you. The Segway was put on the market in 2001.
Honestly, I think almost any movie, if you explain it without them having any context of it, would sound off as hell. I think there's a whole section on the Reddit site about that when movies explained badly. In the case of what she just said, in case you didn't hear it, was, man, I really wish I had one of those head tentacles that allowed me to, like, connect to animals. Like a plug-and-play sort of thing. Avatar, y'all. Avatar, if you haven't seen it. The Na'vi have a weird hair doodad that allows them to literally connect, like a wire connect to every animal on that planet. And if you think it's dumb, you're dumb. It's an amazing movie. Nah, I'm kidding, y'all. I'm not going to say Avatar was a bad movie. It was a good movie. Hell, I saw the first one 3 or 4 times because I was young and it hit the buttons. It was a Pocahontas without a problematic plot line. But like all things, y'all, age is the real factor in a lot of things. And I don't know. Admittedly, I have not seen. I have had access to the Book of Water a couple times, but I haven't seen it. And I just, y'all, it's giving me the ick that they're just literally stealing from the other Avatar. I mean, maybe they're not. Maybe I'm gonna be proven very wrong in the Book of Water. But is it gonna be a bunch of Arctic water-bending-esque creatures? Because after that's the Book of Fire, and again, it went from being very creative, even though it directly stole Pocahontas' story, but now it's just like, okay, you're not even trying, you're just straight up mine now, stealing.
And why does she have 5 clothes on? Anyways, in this one scene with the main character, Marty McFly, crazy name by the way, he grabs his scooter off of a kid. But wait, it's not a scooter. It's a hoverboard. And then they have this whole hoverboard chase. This scene apparently was very popular, and thus the popularization of the hoverboard.
I mean, I'm not gonna knock that. That'd be cool as hell. But since we don't have it, you shouldn't name your armless Segway as a hoverboard, because it's bare minimum to be a hoverboard, it has to hover, and technically we do have that technology. The military has it. We have hovercrafts. As far as like boat-esque it'll, I don't know how to put it. If you've seen it, you know it's been around since the 90s, but we don't have the small technology to put it in a skate or a board. It's more or less, it's a whole ass vehicle. And yeah, technically it's really useful if you're like in a bayou-esque or a setting like that where you need to go over top of things. But let's be clear, your hoverboard's going to be shit in the mountains or any area where like you don't have a steady set of ground. It's why the main levels you saw hovercrafts on video games was like over water. I do love the violin.
But my God, everything was just so tight. My legs did not breathe for a solid 10 years because my jeans were so skinny. And if they ever come back in a style, let it be known,
they will come back.
I will not do it. I will not wear it.
Skinny jeans will come back again. Everything comes back, y'all. I went to the Halloween Fall Festival a few weeks back, and y'all, I was just so overjoyed because it wasn't a costume. The 70s bell-bottoms and vests and furs coming back. Except it's all faux now, which makes it even better. It's fur without the musk. I don't know. Y'all, there's a reason I don't use fur, and it's not just because I have a soft heart for the animals we're ripping the flesh off of. It's also because it's musty, y'all. It has an odor about it if you don't keep it really well dry cleaned. And not like leather. Leather, y'all, get your leather ethically, but leather has its own nice odor. Especially when well taken care of. Fur, on the other hand, it's always a bad idea. It smells bad if you leave it alone. And look at what you did to get it. So it's not like, you know. I'm just saying, y'all, you're better than fur. Be better. I miss skating.
It requires so much more skill and so much more practice. It's something that you can really put a lot of time and effort to into making a hobby.
I like how you just threw that in there. I was waiting for pace jokes. I was going to make a pacemaker joke, but that's probably bad.
But what do you really do on a hoverboard except for stand there or slide on it like a worm? And I gotta be honest, it looks a little ridiculous. You stand on it at the exact same way as a kid does who walks into his mom's room at 3 a.m. and says, "Mom, I grew up." It's the exact same stand as "Mom, I grew up" stand. The level of space between the
See, the problem right now is I'm trying to decide, do I bring it down to touch down here, or do I keep it going to the edge of the frost land over there? Because right here it's pretty safe. Screw it, we'll build it down, I guess. Oop, wait, I saw a pile. There we go. Down we go. Oh. See, this is why I don't normally do long streams. I'm just watching the animals slowly destroy the house as I do this. Bolin just pulled something off the table down the hall. Oh, the good news is I don't need food for you, little buddy. Give me that fur. Give me that wool. Make some paintings, or we can finally make a bed. Schadenfreude. Good job. Schadenfreude.
And it means pleasure in another person's misfortune. And someone also said something that I found interesting. Generally, we find things that violate our expectations, but in a non-threatening way, humorous. So seeing someone fall over violates our expectations that people will walk without falling.
Pay attention.
But it's still congruent with our schemes of how people move in space and time. Seeing someone run towards us with a knife violates expectations, but is perceived as threatening. Seeing someone float up in the air and do a somersault would freak us out, which makes sense to me, at least, because my favorite type of humor is absurdist humor, and I tend to lean into that myself, but also we don't have to get that deep into it. Sometimes it just looks funny when a person falls over and you're 100% sure they're okay. Does that mean you should be going to your friends and purposefully tripping them? Of course not. You should tell your friend to trip their friend, so you have nothing to do with it, but you can still laugh. Also, these video compilations are exactly why I made this video, because one popped up on my feed, and I was like, that was a crazy era of time. Whatever happened to those things? In just 2 years, one of the most famous tech toys we have ever seen vanished from the internet.
Alright.
Why?
Oh, nobody. Alrighty, y'all, the sun is thoroughly up over here, as well as in the game. So, we're going to go ahead and call it for the moment. And we'll be back here in a little while. Probably not with Minecraft. Maybe with Minecraft is one of my more popular ones. But definitely with something. First, I gotta go clean up the messes the kids made while I was busy doing this bit. And whatever fresh mess Banshee just ran off to make now as I said that. But y'all be good, have a good day. Remember, if you're participating in the wonderful holiday of Halloween here in the U.S., wear something to let the other vehicles see you, have fun, and be safe above all else, y'all. Especially in a country with no health insurance, safety in your own hands. Wield yourself well. And we'll probably be back with this either much later tonight or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Either way, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I sure enjoyed putting it on for you. And thank you to, I'm gonna guess it's Rexy. I will continue doing the good work, as it were. I thank y'all, and as long as y'all show up to watch, I'll continue building. Y'all be good, and we'll see you on the next one here in a few hours. I gotta let the console cool down and do a bit of cleanup first. Happy Halloween, y'all. Let me just swing this over here first. Happy Halloween, y'all. Bye for now.